This is a security tag, I think it's made by Sensormatic, that was left on my clothing that I bought about 25 miles away from where I live, so I'm not going to take it back. I do have the receipt, should I have to explain myself on why I'm looking at removing this tag myself, but I'm not going to drive back. It's got ink in, it's got the yellow vial and the red vial and the warning and lots of holes threatening to leak ink all over my nice new trousers. So you can see here it's some kind of weird shape going on there, maybe to stop you getting pliers onto it or something like that. Try and focus better. I thought it's going to be magnetic like the other ones that you place down and then the pin just pops out, but I've tried all kinds of magnets, some of the neodymium magnets, and nothing shifting. I do hear a little clicking inside here, but I think that might just be the RFID tag, the two thin sheets of metal. Sorry, it's a Sensormatic tag, and so I'm now going to focus on that little thing there, this curved entrance hole, which I believe is going to take me to some kind of release mechanism. Will it set off the ink? We shall see. I have here an upholsterer's pin because it's curved, and I've popped it into a whiskey cork just so I don't damage myself whilst trying to use this. First attempt, here we go. Ooh. Feels like something's giving in there, but it also feels like if I pull it too hard, bad things are going to happen. Yippee! 10 minutes later, and you may notice that my trousers are not connected to the security tag. You may also notice that I had wrapped the ink vials, the ink capsules, in cling film or cling wrap, whatever you call it. So, how did I do it? That didn't work. I got frustrated after a few minutes, so I went for the slightly more hardcore key ring, opened out, and that also, even though it inserts nicely, I just couldn't get the leverage, I couldn't get the pressure I felt that was needed. So I had to bring out the big guns, and I brought out the Dremel. Now, this has some kind of weird engraving tool at the end, not a drill per se, but what that meant was I could pick my spot, and I went for kind of just over the bump there to the back of the bump there on the top. I thought that might be where the lever is, and I inserted the Dremel. It kind of melted its way through. I didn't use a drill bit, I didn't want it to snatch or to pull straight through and mash everything up, so it just kind of melted its way in. And once the hole was big enough, I thought, right, all I need now is something that I can poke in there and apply some pressure. So I went for a flat-headed screw, pop that in there. You've got to push a lot harder than I anticipated, probably why I couldn't do it with the upholsterer's pin or the bent keyring. Press and pull very gently on this, and there we have it. That, I think, is the easiest way to get the Sensormatic tags, should you have one left on your legally purchased pair of trousers. Would I recommend you try this? There were a couple of occasions I was convinced that I was going to be ruining the clothes and leaking ink all over the place. So should you live a lot closer to the store and have plenty of time to go back there and say, excuse me, you've left the tag on, I'd probably do that. I didn't have that luxury, but I'm kind of glad that I've managed to find my way around this little mechanism. There's lots of other different methods that people are talking about online involving setting fire and all kinds of crazy stuff, but that felt a little bit surgical, and yeah, job done.